really didn't matter what he thought. At least he didn't have to share his room. Dad's gesture to turn his office into a bedroom for Nathan meant Ryan at least got to keep his own space. Although Nathan didn't seem all that clued up about the rules of privacy. He never knocked. He just barged in like he owned the place. He was 4 months younger and yet a couple of inches taller and, truth be told, a lot stronger, although Ryan put that down to the fact that he seemed to eat non-stop. He even slept with a sandwich next to his pillow. A month later, Dad and Sophia got married in a small grey room in the council building. Ryan wore the same suit he'd worn to his mum's funeral. Back then it had been baggy. This time it fitted like a glove. The night of the wedding, Sophia had cornered him in the kitchen when Ryan was trying to find more cherryade and told him that she wasn't trying to replace his mum, that she loved his dad very much and wanted this to be a new start for everyone. Ryan had seen the look on her round face as she stood there awkwardly in too much makeup, her dark hair tied up, wearing a peach dress with frilly edges. Ryan had smiled and said that that's what he wanted as well, and Sophia had hugged him slightly too tight and the pop bottle had fallen out of his hand. When she went back to the living room, Ryan picked up the bottle and watched the bubbles inside fight to get to the top. Nathan came into the kitchen to get more food. He told Ryan his suit looked stupid. Ryan said nothing. Nathan saw the bottle of pop and snatched it. Ryan went to say something, then stopped himself, stepped back, and watched Nathan twist the bottle lid and soak himself in cherryade. Ryan pulled on his Chicago Bears sleeping t-shirt and stared at his boombox. The shiny silver panels caught the light. The clean black buttons underneath the little windows that let you see the tape inside. The super bass circular speakers. Perfect. It had been his gift the Christmas before Mom died. He remembered tearing open the paper and seeing the corner of the box, spending the rest of the day in his pajamas, tuning the radio dial to all the different stations he could find. Ryan pulled open the narrow drawer of his bedside table and took out a cassette box. Its white sleeve was empty of any writing. He ran his thumb along the edge of the box, feeling the plastic edge, then eased the box open and took out the tape. He looked at the thin white label as he slotted the tape into cassette deck 2. In block capital dark blue felt tip, the word Mom. Ryan pressed rewind and wiped the little window with his fingertip as the tape motor hummed, spooling the tape back to the beginning. The rewind button clicked up. Ryan moved the boombox to the edge of his bedside table so he could speak into it while lying in bed and, with 2 fingers, pressed the play and record buttons at the same time. The little red indicator light blinked on as the tape spooled round, showing it was recording. Ryan cleared his throat.
Amelia stares at what's left of her cornflakes. Her spoon makes waves in her bowl as her slender fingers turn it, and she imagines each soggy flake is a tiny wooden raft floating in a milky white sea. She moves her spoon in between them and watches as some sink, while others fight to stay afloat. Morning light cuts across the kitchen floor through the big window. "Penny for 'em," Nan says from across the small square table through a mouthful of crumpet. Amelia knows what that means. She's heard it plenty of times before, mostly from Nan. But only this time does it occur to her that 1 penny for what someone is thinking seems like a really cheap deal. "I've never been in a boat." Nan stops chewing for a second to listen, then carries on. Amelia looks at her. "I mean in proper water, like the sea." Nan starts to spread butter onto another crumpet from the pile on the plate between them. "You're still young, love. There's plenty of time." She smiles as she pushes the new crumpet into her mouth. "How old were you?" asks Amelia. "When you went on your first boat?" "Me? Oh, now you're asking. It was probably with your granddad. Long before you were born, before I had your mum." Amelia looks down. A strand of dark curls falls across her face. She sweeps it back behind her ear with her fingertips. "Are you sure you don't want a crumpet, love? Strength for your last day?" Amelia shakes her head. "No thanks, Nan." Nan takes another crumpet from the pile. She wasn't a breakfast person either. Amelia looks at Nan and tries to imagine her younger, sitting across a table from Mum, a pile of crumpets between them, Mum daydreaming about school. "I guess it's genes," continues Nan, "although she certainly didn't get it from me." Amelia shrugs. Nan leans forward. "Are you keeping up with your journal, like the lady said?" Amelia pictures the empty journal pushed under her bed, the light brown recycled cover, the pages clean and new. She looks into her bowl. All but one of the tiny rafts have sunk. She stares at it, clinging onto the surface. "Kind of. It feels weird. It will do, love, for a while, but trust me, it's important to get